protocol or standing, but I'm aligning myself with the protocol. First and foremost, I want to congratulate the newly inaugurated ESCOS and the newly inaugurated chairman of Nigerian Institution of Space Engineers in the presence of Engineer Dr. Umar Sani Abdullahi. On several occasions, whether in this presentation or other fora, they always used to mix my name and his name. Either called him Engineer Dr. Umar Sani Abubakar. The same thing happened in Base University, where we are invited to be part-time Engineer Dr. Umar Sani Abubakar. So that correction has to be made. I think clearly now we need to understand the difference between Engineer Dr. Umar Abubakar Sadiq and Engineer Dr. Umar Sani Abdullahi. I noticed it when he mentioned Engineer Dr. Umar Sani Abubakar. Congratulations, the newly inaugurated chairman. I want to congratulate you with the new ESCOS. I will also want to congratulate your family, your wife, your sisters, parents, for bringing one of the best. Just I want to align myself with the lecturer. I've worked with Dr. Umar for quite a long time. He has been very, very active, very, very supportive as a staff of CSTD. And it is not by mistake that today is being inaugurated as the national chairman. This wouldn't have been possible if not for the good work the pioneer chairman has done in the presence of Engineer Brigadier General M.O. Agu. If not for his leadership style, if not for his credentials in terms of leadership, in terms of mentoring, we wouldn't have been here inaugurating a seventh national chairman. Engineer M.O. Agu, thank you so much for the good work. We will always continue to appreciate you. You are just like a father to all of us in NISEng. Yes, NISEng will be part of the current digital economic drive. I'm sure the topic for today is not a mistake. And I'm sure the presenter has done justice to the paper. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please extend my regards to Engineer Austin Wanule. Austin and Kantume are members of my course 1 tag. The chief DSA. I've known him for a long time, since the ITU days. This is somebody who is workaholic, working day and night, and we could see the results. Look at this hall, almost maybe 300 to 400 seater capacity hall, fully equipped. Thank you so much for the good work. And I also want to appreciate you for hosting NISEng. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. I also want to appreciate all the past chairmen, my colleagues, all the service chiefs, my colleagues in CSTD, in NASA, including Chief Dr. Ita. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you very much.
And I think I have to do this because I've seen the institution evolve to this position since we started in 2011. I think we have achieved a very important milestone with the inauguration of the 7th national chairman today. What is most impressive, I must say, is the innovation, the thinking behind changing the location of the inauguration from our conventional Senator Boroface Hall to General Irabo Hall. That is a very great innovation. I know the CDSA promised to host this, but our landlord, NISE, has been doing this for us all the time. So when the national chairman told me that the inauguration will be taking place at DSA, I said that is a very great innovation and change of new ideas coming in, and which actually gives credence to what Engineer Bola talked about. Mr. Perfection is coming to power. But I must also say that the Institution of Space Engineers is getting affiliated to defense. In all our activities, we have always had very strong representation from the defense headquarters, the services headquarters, and other security agencies. That will not stop. And that has actually been sealed with our presence here today. I'm sure the whole world is saying it. It says this occasion is on Zoom, and we have all been speaking. So I want to thank the Chief of Defense Space Administration for aligning yourself with the people call, some people say it's an NGO. It's not. I say it's a non-profit professional body, not NGO. NGO, anybody can form an NGO, but this is a professional body. And that is why I say it's a non-profit professional organization or body, as you call it. Now, we've gone a long way, really, with all the various satellites that we have seen through in orbit. Nigeria Sat-1, Nigeria Sat-2, Nigeria Sat-X, NISEng, NISEng Sat-1R, and now we have a defense satellite in orbit. I'm told it's an Earth observation satellite. But when somebody was discussing with me, I said, look, we have to distinguish between defense space and civil space. So instead of talking about Earth observation satellite for a defense establishment, we should be talking of reconnaissance satellites. They do the same function. And that is precisely what it is. Because what the country is facing today requires the ingenuity of all the supporting organizations, especially in space, and making use of NISEng. And the Vice President of Great Society, who represented our President is here, Engineer Koli. I dare to say that NISEng is the only division of the Nigerian Society of Engineers that has presence on Earth and in space. And that shows anybody who is associated with this institution must be talking of doing the most difficult things on Earth as a space engineer. And so, as an elite division of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, it's a lot of challenge. And this has always been transferred from one national chairman to the other. And now that Engineer USA, I call him, because US Abdullahi is taking the mantle, we must prove that method. Forget about our position in group dynamics. 6th position, yes, but it's not the position that matters. It is what have we achieved as an institution. Are we satisfied with what we have achieved all these years? If we are not, don't bother about the positioning or your position in the group dynamics, but what you can achieve to advance the space industry in Nigeria. And with the crop of the ESCO that has been inaugurated today, I know that all the past chairmen, all the members, we have a lot of members, and I hear with the threat from the Council of the NSC about 100 number financial members for you to attend council. We should be talking about having 200, not 100. Because when we started, we had over 100 people who registered to join the division as at that time. So it is a challenge for all of us. I want to specifically thank the DG, NASDAQ, all the time. The Nigerian Society of Engineers, during my tenure, had an MOU brokered between the Nigerian Society of Engineers and NASDAQ. And since then, NASDAQ has been backing NISEng, hosting us with an office or secretariat, supporting all the activities, and DSA has joined that also. So, we have to continue in that manner. So the DG NISE, Dr. Bala is out. We must continue to thank the NISE family for all. They're all well deserved. I was the one who inaugurated the Ekpe branch under the late director. I went to Ekpe personally with all the ESCO to inaugurate the Ekpe branch. I want to see that branch more active and show presence in all our activities here in Abuja or elsewhere. I'm told a lot of work is going on there, and with your pedigree, with your track record, which I can hear from your citation, I think the Center for Space Transportation and Propulsion in Ekpe should be one of the best in Africa. Noting that even we had our presence in space before South Africa. But South Africa started a couple of projects in space over and above what we are doing today. So we have a very big advantage. Ghana is coming up also in the space community. But we came before all of them. We started before all of them. So please carry on good work and the great expectations from there. And finally, I want to thank all those who came for this occasion, especially those from the TSA family. I've seen all my people who are here. General Yusuf is here. Also, Omule, General Omule is also here. And others that I may not know personally. It's a large family. I think with this cooperation, we hope to get to space, if not Mars, as soon as possible. Thank you very much.